Hello, welcome to a tutorial on how to create a new compliance form. As a district admin, you'll log into your district site and you'll navigate over to your tools and we'll go down to Compliance Manager. Under Compliance Manager, we will navigate to Manage Compliance Forms. When you come in, you will see any forms that have previously been created, and this is also where you can come to view submissions or approve or reject an item if you are in the approval flow for any of the forms that have been created. To edit a form that's already been created, you'll simply click on it. You'll be able to move fields around, add fields. You'll be able to edit those approval steps. You can even delete or unpublish this form. So if you no longer want organizations to be able to submit this form, you can unpublish it. And you can preview any changes that you have made, which makes it super nice. Once you've made changes, then you'll be able to save those changes. To create a new form, you'll simply click on Create New Form, and this is where you'll come in to fill out the details of this new compliance submission form. So we're going to name our form. So we're going to name this a transportation request. For the form type, we can select form with a due date. So that's going to be a form that has an annual due date every year. If they do not submit it by the due date, then it'll show as past due. And so this would be more of annual registration type documents. A form with no due date allows multiple submissions is going to be a form that they can submit at any time. And that's going to be more like your fundraiser request, transportation requests that can happen throughout the school year, and they may need to submit those multiple different times. So our transportation request is going to be no due date, allows multiple submissions. Next, we're going to add our fields. So you want to think about your paper form that you may have previously used, and we want to build out those same form questions so that we can collect the same information as our paper form. So you can add as many fields as you need to. You'll come in and you'll label each field for what information you're requesting for that field. So maybe we need to know the person or organization that is requesting transportation. And so then under our drop-down box, we're going to select what type of information we want to collect for this field. Is this just simply an alert to the person to give them an alert message? Is it a checkbox that they need to check? Do we require currency or date information? Text field is going to allow them to type in their answer. File is going to allow them to upload a document. Instruction text is going to give them instructions and terms and conditions. So for this, we want this to be a text field where they can type in the name of the person or organization requesting transportation. We can make this required or leave it as optional, and we can go to our next field. So maybe we need to know the date of request, and in this drop-down, we'll select the date. So that requires them to fill in a date for this request. Again, we can leave it as optional or make it required, and we'll go to our next. So maybe we need them to upload the approval for the activity that they need transportation for, so we can label that and make that a file upload. So we'll say upload approval for activity, and then we'll change that to a file. Once we've created all of our fields, we can move these around if we need to change the order, and we can X or delete a field if needed. Once we've got our fields created, we can go down to the approval steps, and we can add the steps of who needs to approve this. So we can add as many steps as needed. So maybe for the first approver, we want that to be the bookkeeper. We want the second approver to be the principal, and the third to be the transportation director. If we need to change this flow around, we can simply move around those approval steps, or if we do not want the bookkeeper to be in the flow anymore, we can delete that approval step out. Once we've set our field, then our fields and our approval steps, we'll be able to preview this document, and then we'll simply save it. Once we've saved it, then we will be able to delete it, and then we can publish it, or we can save any additional changes. So here we have the delete. We can publish this. Publish means that organizations can start submitting this as a request. We can preview it, and then we can save. And so that's as easy as it is to submit your or to create your new compliance document. Once it's been created, we can close this, and we will see it in our list down at the bottom. Thanks, and have a great day.